the point about all that at this stage in my life, that as I reflect on it, that's the one point about it that's important to me and to the doing of ethics as I understand it, is that I have now worked in an ecumenical context for almost 30 years. Ecumenical, not non-religious. I teach at Yale University Divinity School and in the Religious Studies doctoral program in the graduate school. But that means I'm teaching in a context where everyone is trying to pursue, among other things, religious questions. And I have for all this time worked with persons, primarily persons from the many Christian denominations, but also persons, I've had students who are Jewish, some who are Muslim, and some who at least are interested in Hinduism and Buddhism and so on. And one of the things I've learned the importance, let me talk particularly about the ecumenical dimension of Christianity. What I've learned is that working ecumenically is a way to come to understand your own tradition. That, of course, people can study other traditions and say that makes more sense than mine. That does happen. But most often I see it happen among our students that as they learn about other traditions, they finally understand better their own tradition and put their roots down even more deeply in their own tradition, but also are quite able to relate to persons from many other traditions. And one can even come to the insight regarding Christianity in particular, that, as I often put it, the fragmentation of Christianity at the time of the Reformation and some other times in history has, of course, not been good insofar as we've fought battles with one another. It's been scandalous at times in that regard. But if and when and as we have stopped fighting one another, I can see the providential grace in the not fragmenting Christianity, but in the differentiating of strands of Christianity. In other words, Christianity is so rich that one strand, it seems to me, can't carry all the emphasis. So it's good that one tradition emphasizes this and another tradition emphasizes that. And we've learned in the 20th century through very hard ecumenical work that we don't disagree on a great deal, certainly not on central articles of faith. But nonetheless, I would say sensibilities are different. Spiritualities are different, although that's getting shared more and more too, and language is to some extent different. And that's good, because the more we learn of one another's tradition and our own tradition, the richer the whole of Christianity becomes for us.